Hi there, it's Patrick from Musos Corner here. Today we're really excited to have Clint from Electric Factory in to give us some information about the brand new Headrush Looperboard. Clint?
G'day guys, I'm happy to be here. I'm here to show off the brand new product from Headrush, which is the Headrush Looperboard. So it's kind of changed the game of looping as we know it. It's a 4-in, 4-out looper, and the 4 tracks can be mono or stereo. You can route any of the inputs to the outputs. It's a 24-bit 96K studio interface. It comes with 9 hours of internal storage, plus on the back it has an SD card option, which you can't quite see here, a couple of USB ports, and a USB A to B, so you can connect up the computer and drag all your favorite WAV files in there as you wish. It also has, for the solo artist or even band, it has a backing track which runs independent of the 4 tracks, so you've got plenty of stuff to actually create and be creative. Also, that's really a point of strength with everything is that of course all of the Headrush products, it centers around a 7-inch touchscreen, so you have all of these different functions, which I'll just quietly elaborate on in a minute, that you can just touch, from audio import to master track, where you can control trick and individual pans of tracks, and your backing track level all at the touch of a button, and just, you can see, just drag and drop. You've got, again, which is a game changer in this thing, you've got a 4-channel effects rack, which covers everything from vocal to guitar to drums, some studio effects that you can insert, so you can have an effects rack engaged and just have and record straight away. Plus the fact of the effects rack, you can assign it to an input as you're recording, so you can record with it, or you can post and reamp anything and assign it to a track post after the recording. So it's extremely powerful, and again, once people start getting their head around it, it'll be nuts. I'm sure there's going to be lots of good stuff. So yeah, it's one of those things that all of the 4 inputs are combo inputs, all with independent gain. You know, we've got master buttons here that we can quickly get to the effects rack. We've got reversing on it. We've got transpose the tracks independently. We've got a fade of tracks independently, or you can do master fades out. It's really like a studio hub. So we're going to create a loop. Okay, so we'll just go to the effect. We'll call up a guitar effect. Here we'll assign it a clean rhythm to make sure it's an input 1, because that's what he wants to record. Okay, then we can back out of that. We can have a look at the thing. So we've preset here to a 2-bar count-in. So any of the tracks now, he'll get a 2-bar count-in before the loop sets. So now I reckon that tempo is a little bit slow, my friend. So we'll just speed it up a little bit. Yeah. And for you, and then we'll go.
That has to be one of my favorite features, the fade out. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, you do that. So I mean, look, if you get really creative, you can do that per track. So you imagine you could do a gig and just fade one of the tracks out and then import, another loop. Just, and touching the way that you can just import loops is really easy. Basically, you've got a drag drop down menu here, so you can store all your loops with the effect settings. So you're just good to go, and that's just all accessible via a foot switch. So you just here, you just go backing track, you just go loop select. We get out of here and go loop select.
And there they are.
They're the ones we did. The fact of the matter is that you can actually engage the click and send it to any one of the outputs or headphones only. That means it can be the center and a hub of any live gig or any band.
We were speaking before, Clint, about the fact that a lot of people that come in looking for loopers generally are just solo artists, coming in saying, oh, I just want to get this one thing, I'm going to create a one-man band.
Yep.
I think the interesting thing about the Looperboard, from what you've been speaking about just this morning, is that a lot of bands, like ensembles, can come in and utilize this as kind of the epicenter of what they're trying to do.
Absolutely. Because you go, not only you can have multiple things just plugged into it, now what are the instruments, you can route them and actually engage all of the different effects rack. And have all these different effects ready to go. And as you see, you can just turn them off and on to whatever input you want. Look, you can actually just use this definitely as a hub. The fact of the matter is even bands can use it as backing tracks because it's so routable. You can just go to the audio routing here and you can basically go to any input and go to any output. If it's headphones only, the tracks, again, you can either have the mono or stereo, assign them to any output. The click track, when you have it engaged, you can have it to go any of the outputs or headphones only, which is a godsend. I wish I had that in my playing day.
So hypothetically, like if a drummer, let's say a drummer is on one of those inputs and he's the only one that wants the click, the rest of the band is playing to the drummer, you could just route the click only to him without any computers, without any interfaces. It's all, it's all right there.
That's right. I mean, what over here, if you've got all of the outputs here going with the band that he needs to the headphones, it's as simple as you go to the click. It doesn't go to any of the outputs that the players or the guys that don't want to hear the click. You just go straight to him. And it's as simple as that.
That's great.
I mean, man, I wish I had that in my day. But, and again, a master output that you can just, again, all touch screen. And it's just even the fact that the effects rack, which I didn't even touch on, has, again, very similar to, it has all the parameter capability that you can drag and drop or just touch and use the encoder and then use it like that as well. So it's really, really simple to use.
The sounds, obviously the Headrush sounds, like Headrush have sort of started pioneering some of these effects and amp simulations, and the sounds, as I'll hear later on, some of these pretty funny little loops we've been doing, they sound great. Like they sound really usable. Hey, all the sounds, all the effects.
Look, the effects again are a close selection of what Headrush have deemed a broad cross section for from the guitar player to the vocalist to the keyboard player. And, it should be stated that this thing is, because it's from the Headrush family, it's not a guitar product. The Looperboard is just for anybody. It has the appeal for any budding musician, no matter what you play. So it's or any experienced musician, so even band, we're hoping that, this can be, the hub of, bands and, you don't have to take a laptop anymore.
No, it's all on the floor. It's all like literally in one bag. If you were able to sort of sit down and do a bit of pre-production work with it as an ensemble, or even a solo artist for that matter, you can sit down and your whole set list, everything can kind of be compiled in this. And we might move on to some backing tracks in a second, have a bit of a listen and check out what you think.
We can do that. We can just load it. And again, everything's touched. So we've done some pre-loops, and so all we have to do is hit the function button. We can hit, where we want the loop select, and we've got a little blues thing.
Oh, cool.
We did it. We just load that back up, and if you want to give us some level, I'm sure we've got that guitar sound, have we?
Here we go. Yeah, let's check it out. Guitar sounds great too. Like the amp simulation just for guitar is really indicative of everything else in the product. I mean, it sounds great. It sounds like a guitar.
That's right. And as I say, if you have a look, there's a whole vocal section, guitar section. There's a lo-fi section for dance guys. There's a dub section for anything you want to do is in terms of dance related stuff. Drums, which has all your standard EQs, compressions. So in studio, reverbs, delays, harmonizers. So it's got everything in one box ready to go.
So as you can see, fantastic value from Headrush. Clint, thank you so much for coming in and giving us, mate, this is fantastic. We're really excited about rolling this out. anyone from a solo artist to a band to an ensemble to like a synth duo, anyone can utilize this product. So get in here and check it out, guys.